So it's normally I don't look at this, but jeez. Okay, so the next celebrity is in the house. The security clearances you got is for this celebrity. I haven't been able to walk back to the green room. You will not want to leave your seat. If you're outside, get back in. All right, I'm not kidding. Literally, they're in the house. So coming up next, from Houston? No, North Carolina. Charlotte, North Carolina, right. Investor, author, creator, and amazing movie buff since 1930. Curtis Waters!
Have you ever faced a moment so challenging and uncertain that quitting felt easier? But pushing through changed everything. That moment is where success begins. I want to share a truth that I've learned firsthand. Discomfort is the price of admission to your success. Many people say, I want success. They desire it. But they look at it without struggle. Every meaningful achievement that I've had came only after pushing through uncertainty and challenge. That discomfort wasn't just, something that I had to endure. It's what brought focus, resilience, and growth. My journey started with 3 years of relentless work, a portfolio of homes acquired through a 3-year option, and the price was as low as $19,000 a home. My partner, Bonnie Laszlo, and I spent countless days and nights orchestrating very complex negotiations, property improvements. Every detail mattered, and every setback was a test of resilience. This wasn't easy. That discomfort didn't just test me, it transformed me into a bolder, sharper leader who commands attention and trust. In my favorite movie, Dune, there's a powerful line. Without change, something deep inside of us sleeps that seldom awakens. That quote, very powerful, reminds us that change and discomfort, they both awaken potential that we often don't realize we have. Every challenge became a lesson in patience, creativity, and perseverance. I learned to lean into discomfort as a signal, a call to focus harder, be bolder, and stretch beyond what I thought possible. This project was massive. It demanded far more than theory. It required meticulous planning, juggling countless tasks, dealing with timelines, and communication with lenders, contractors, a ton of people. At one point, we faced a situation where the seller nearly walked away. It was a trusted partner once they needed us, but they had a management change. And, now they were an adversary. But, we looked at what it was going to take. It took persistence. It took some legal leverage and strategic negotiation to keep the deal going and to keep our opportunity alive. In doing this, building relationships became so essential. We grew a network of private lenders and contractors who believed in the vision we had. I found that success, it's rarely linear. You have it's almost like a dance of adaptability and endurance. those moments of discomfort, they're not just setbacks. They're pivots towards something greater. The journey transformed me. When I started, I had just a handful of private lenders and contacts. Today, our network has over 40 private and institutional lenders, contractors, and trusted advisors. Each brought value and allowed us to grow on other people's money. I stay in monthly contact with my network and all the partners that we developed, and I even keep in contact with those that aren't currently involved, because relationships, we always talk about how important they must be considered long-term. My mindset evolved. I became more confident, more strategic, and open to opportunity. The personal growth matched and sometimes exceeded the financial growth. Discomfort stretched me into new leadership capacities. Resilience, patience, and decisive judgment became daily habits, shaping who I am today. One of the other things that I found was so important was the power of focus. Cutting through the noise and focusing on items that move the needle. That turned out to be a multiplier. Equally important has been the willingness to share our successes, whether it's in groups like this or our Hobby Millionaire organization. It creates a cycle. That public success creates trust. That trust deepens credibility, and the credibility expands the network organically. We all want connection. However, you find that authenticity is what attracts that. When you share your story, others can see their own possibilities. We began incorporating AI to look at repetitive tasks and to streamline our operation. I invite you to embrace discomfort. It's your gateway to the next level. The work is hard, the unknown, it's daunting. Every step through discomfort seeds lasting reward. When you lean into that discomfort, you awaken your potential. Like Dune told us, that deep inside that seldom awakens. Success isn't for the comfortable or the lucky. It's earned through grit, focus, and boldness. I'm Curtis Waters. I'd love to connect, answer your questions, hear your story. Please reach out, and let's keep this conversation going. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Curtis Waters. Okay.